It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe
Ernie.
Kenny.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Welcome to the NBA for this Friday afternoon broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. So Cleveland will get the first possession. A look at Cleveland's starting group. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the point guard. Now here's James. 6 to shoot. Shumpert off the screen. Love with a wide open look. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Love's got the opening field goal of the game for Cleveland. And watching Kevin Love, he can do everything on the offensive end, Clark. He's been that way really his entire career, going back to high school.
Yeah, his game is low to the ground, too. No explosive moves or dunks. He takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
Irving against Curry. Shoots off the screen, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
It's stolen by Green. Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously, injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
Yeah, you know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Mozgov hits them both.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Nobody near Barnes. And a miss there on the triple.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Outside Irving. Five on the clock. Here's Love. Shot misses. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Love with the screen on Barnes. Shumpert passes to Mozgov. Irving kicks to James. Vader on the way, and he gets it to go.
Boy, Kevin, what a sweet stroke from LeBron that trip.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Green with a screen on Irving. Here's Curry, and the rejection by Love. They get the rebound. Green. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Barnes against LeBron. The 10-footer. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year, he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Free throw good, LeBron. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down, when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Varejao down low. Spates on him, and a wide open look for James. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli, and it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. Smith outside. Thompson, a screen on Barbosa. Here's Smith. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Ezeli. The Warriors trailing. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. To the paint. Here's Spates. Lays it up and banks it in.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
And our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for LeBron. Here is Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Kicks it to Smith. Back to Williams. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Barbosa. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Williams.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Livingston dishes to Barbosa. Here is Livingston, covered by Smith. Spates the pass to Ezeli, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Williams inside. It's rebounded by Livingston.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Warriors on top as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected. When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dubbed the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in, and that one's good. Mozgov's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Cavs.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now, here's Thompson, looking for his first basket still in this one. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Curry gets the bucket.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
James, no good.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
You remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Warriors leading by 5. Well, great for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Curry after LeBron James's miss. Barnes kicks to Curry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Picked by Mozgov. Left side, Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 6 points for Love.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And the wide open shot from Green. Buries the long-range jumper.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
With a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Irving. Nice shot by James.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Back to Barbosa. 6 to shoot. Off target with his 3. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Good. A minute 20 left in the first half. Smith outside. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Azili. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Smith drives in. Passes it to Varejao. From 11 feet away. And it's James missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. .46 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Williams. Smith kicks to Williams. And the shot is good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Azili. Fades away. They get it back. Here's Dellavedova. Outside Williams. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Warriors lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half basketball. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Warriors leading by 4. Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. LeBron and Love with the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the center.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's James. It's on target from the high post. James has got 11 points.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Curry against Irving. Curry dishes to Bogut. Bogut with a screen on LeBron. Barnes passes to Bogut. An even 3-on-3 break. With the teardrop, and James with the layup. 13 points in the game.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And stolen by Love. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Right at the free throw line. That one a little long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James. And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lot picked back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
There's the dish to Green. From outside, off the mark.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. When coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
And thank you for that, Doris. Jefferson's checked in for Mozgov. The drive by Green. Again, the miss by Green. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
4 on the clock. Shoots it. Good on the jump shot. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Curry kicks to Green. To the middle. And there's Bogut on the assist from Green. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Here's LeBron. Great D that time from Curry.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Here's Barnes. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are, Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 9 points for Draymond Green. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. The three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Smith outside. He sinks the 11-footer.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot from 12. And the Warriors miss again. Cavaliers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. James, right side. From 12 feet out, shot is off.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. They're up by 6. It's the NBA. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Cavaliers trail by 6. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' 5.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Green kicks to Curry. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Green, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Mozgov's checked in. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, some of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Mozgov, a screen on Thompson. The pass to Love. Love with another miss.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
It's a pick by Love. Irving passes to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Puts it up from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Just the height separation on that mid-range and job of taking advantage.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was going over the line with his team. His message, I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Braun, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now, here's Thompson. He dishes it to Bogut, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Cavaliers foul. 2
The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's Shumpert. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Here's Curry. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Thompson. Dishes to Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And stolen by Barnes. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the bucket.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
.151 left here in the fourth quarter. Irving dishes to LeBron. From the top of the key. And again, LeBron missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And another miss by Cleveland. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Draymond Green. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Now here's Curry following the missed shot by Timofey Mozgov. Shoots from the baseline, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity To present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some games, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple. The energy, the intensity that he brought onto the floor tonight is incredible. Defensively, he's one of the few guys in the league that can guard all 5 positions. That alone makes Draymond Green a unique and special talent.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.